history so that we would want to claim America and get back on the throne and rule the planet. This whole fake story about black people coming from Africa. Life didn't even start in Africa. We sent people to Africa. America is the original Egypt, and we created the Egypt over in Africa. This is Heru, or Heru, who they call Horus. That's a falcon, the peregrine falcon, which is native to America, North America. Egypt had camels, right? Camels are native to North America. This is Anubis, one of the first Egyptian deities that they had. The Xoloitzcuintli is originally from North America. Why is it being used as a deity over there in Africa if we had it first? Horses are indigenous to America, North America. All of these roads go right back to North America. I don't understand what people are arguing about. These are facts that anybody can go find right now. Moors go into Africa, conquer it. They start Kush. They start Morocco. We go into Egypt, as y'all call it today, as colonists. And we conquer people who were there first. And we take over. We're the ones that built the pyramids. And if you want verification, go throughout the Americas. It's pyramids all over this boy. So, let's stop with the cap. We rap, everybody wanna rap. It's for a reason. We've been the cultural trendsetters. Alright? We started religion. Alright? We started culture. We started nationality. We started all of this. I don't know why people won't just put respect on our name. Yes, I do. They're comfortable being us. They're living in our shadow, acting as if they're us, and everybody want to pigeonhole our truth. In fact, there is no our truth. Our truth is the truth. And they want to try to hold it for their own benefit. Black people, you're screwed in 2025. You're not from Africa. You're from America. We have to go to the world court and state this so the other world's nations will support us and say, look, they're under colonialism. It's no racism. It's colonialism. Get off their back, or we will all come in and defend them. All right? And I know you all say, well, we have the strongest army, but how when black people and Afro-Latinos are the army? Make it make sense. So I'm telling y'all, this is chess. At what point are we gonna make this work? And I know everybody won't, because it's not gonna go down this way. Nobody has to give up their lives for this. Nobody has to give up money for this or give up sleep. It's real simple, y'all. It is. We keep making excuses as a people, and it's time to do something about it. So if you want to do something about it, if you know who you really are and you're willing to do what it takes righteously to get your land back, get the life that you're supposed to have. Where's your suburbs? Where are they? You don't have any. And before they say, oh, we got the police in your suburb don't look like you. The people who run the city that your suburbs in don't look like you. So I don't want to hear it. It's time to stop the malarkey. All right? It's time for a change. I came to make this real simple for y'all. All right? I know all the history. I know all the laws. It's done. We just need a few more people. So even if it's only going to be about 50 of us, that's fine. Because what is coming for these black people in 2025, like I said, we won't be involved. We'll be off to the side. And that's perfectly fine by me, because they deserve everything that happens to them because somebody came to tell them. So keep saying you're from Africa. Keep saying you're African American and black and all these. Keep saying it. Because next year, those checks that you are cashing, those seeds that you are putting in the ground as of right now, all that hate that you're giving the truth is about to come right back to you, dummy. African Americans are not from Africa. We're not even from Africans. In fact, the story is in reverse. The Africans come from the African Americans. This is why everybody copies everything the African Americans do. The Garden of Eden is based off the story of Atlantis. The story of Atlantis was written by the Greeks. Atlantis is their ancient name for America. And they said it was a land in the West. All right? Now, why is this important? It is important because the Greeks, who are cousins of the Egyptians, by the way, you come to find out this story is Egyptian. The Egyptians gave this story to the Greeks, so the Greeks didn't even make it up. It's an Egyptian story. Black people, the same people who put you in slavery are the same people who gave you your history. Let's not be that naive. Please make it make sense. We can't be from Africa and America at the same time. It can only be one. The Egyptians said that life started in the island of flame. The Greeks said that life started in Atlantis. The Bible said it started in the Garden of Eden. That's the Masonic secret. Ham, Egypt, right here. We're standing on it. The whore of Babylon, New Jerusalem, we're standing on it. We just didn't know because the pastors who worked for the state didn't tell us this because we got left out. See, what you didn't know is that the Moors are the indigenous peoples of the Americas. What you find out going into the Negro Law of South Carolina in 1848 is that the Moors were the people enslaved. I'm saying this to tell you, they didn't tell you the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. America is yours. It is yours. It's yours. What you call black people are indigenous to America. America is the true Garden of Eden. It is the true origin of humanity. They didn't want you to know. Learn your history, family, while you still can. Peace, family. Ancient North America is Egypt. It is the original Egypt. Our pyramids are older than Africa's. Our sphinxes are older than Africa's. In fact, everything we made is older than what's in Africa. Everything Africa has pertaining to Egypt is because of us. In fact, if you study the travels of Osiris, it covers all the ancient information covering that Osiris ruled America, known as the Island of Flame or Fire, went into Morocco, the Eastern Desert, and then into what they would call Ethiopia, Kush, and then went into what you would call Egypt today as colonists. America is older than Africa. We have been lied to. The people in Africa actually come from the African Americans. Isn't that so funny? Isn't it funny that the African is the child of the African American? That is hilarious. But it is true. In fact, as you can see here, this is what they're lying to tell us is how life started. But that's not how the world looked. And that's definitely not how the world looked according to our ancient ancestors. What we've come to find out is that this is what the world actually looks like when you go back to ancient day. This is what the Bible talks about. This is what the ancient Greeks and ancient Egyptians and ancient Hindus and so on and so forth. This is what they all referred to. When you talk about ancient history, you come to find out that the African Americans are the people of the land. Science has also confirmed this to be true. We find when we take a look at Alfred Wegener and Harry Hess that this is how the world was constructed. This is how the land masses were constructed. Why are we not taught that you could walk from America into Africa? Why? Why was it so important to make us believe the lie that they still push to this day? That you have to walk from Africa to Asia across some magical, imaginary, never scientifically proven to ever have existed piece of bridge, the Bering Strait, into America, which never happened. Life started in America, and black people, your ancestors started here first, and they went into Africa, they went into Europe, they went into Asia. Know your history. Africa is our child. The people in Africa by blood are American. They descend from America. It's that simple. This is Atlantis. Remember, the people over there kept saying they came from the people here. But because Caucasian people, politically known as Christians throughout history, they did not want us to remember, because they know more about us than we know about ourselves. They know how powerful we are. So they changed the history and said, oh, we'll disconnect them from this land and say that we brought them from somewhere else. But we don't know who we are. We don't. We're so busy listening to them telling us that they dug up bones. They know we found more bones. But you found them in the cave? Africa is not the cradle of civilization. Africa is the child of America, ancient America. I know, right? But check this. The ancient Egyptians said that all of life came from the island of flame, also known as the Isle of Fire. They said it was a large continent in the west. The Greeks said the same thing about Atlantis. It was this large continent in the west. And they said that all of humanity, both of these people, said that these people came out of there and went into these other territories. This is very important, because this means that Africa is not the cradle of civilization. This means summer is not the cradle of civilization. America is the cradle of civilization. Africa stole our history.